Hi, this is Dulcie, and this is Unsigned, the show that spotlights unsigned and independent artists as they live their musical life. Meet our next guest. Thank you, Paul, for being on the show. So you have a performance today. Tell me a little bit about the group.
The name of this band is Climb Jacob's Ladder. I think you know that the genesis of us getting together involved the passing of my 21-year-old son, Jacob, who I bet you a lot of people on the street were well acquainted with around here. He was a very profound and soulful guy. That happened in May 2008. There's no pathway, you know, for a parent to go through that, or any person. So as an artist, artists process things in images, and a few months later I heard a harmonica line in my mind, and I was going to play that, and then it started coming together for me, and I wrote a song called Jacob's Ladder, and I wanted to play it.
I think it's so good how you use that sorrow and sadness in your life to create something that is so positive and so full of hope for someone else who may be experiencing what you have experienced by way of loss. What do you think is the legacy that you are going to leave through Jacob's Ladder song to the world?
Everybody at numerous times in their life are going to be dealing with what they perceive of as loss. The gift that Jacob extended my wife Sandra and I is we understood really pretty immediately that that Jacob wasn't taken, that there was not a punishment or a redemption or anything. A soul has its own concept and plan with its own creator, when it comes and when it goes and where it goes. And we understood that this was Jacob's life plan, and that the time that he spent with us is the gift that, you know, that we received and shared together. And I hope through this dialogue that other people that are going through this will consider the possibility that that the soul that they shared that time with intended it to be that way, and that there's nothing that they're being punished for, and there's no loss. It's really a game, you know. That's part of, you know, how that whole process came through.
We have to love the ones that we have today, and remember to always love the ones that have gone on and sort of had their heavenly birth.
Yeah, you know, the human part of us experiences grief, and there's no calendar or a way of understanding that. It has its own ways and own purposes, and I experience it every day. My wife and I support each other through it. We understand that there's no telling how we're going to experience what we experience, but we believe in continuing to reimagine what life can and should be, and that's how we're doing it. I am blessed in that I can sing this song, and I'm blessed that I've got the people around me. This band here is quite a unique and resonant group of individuals, and this music, it's pretty exciting. You know, it's all original stuff, and it covers a lot of ground, and these guys have been part of my healing and my process.
So you formed the band in 2008. So you guys have been touring for about 3 years now. Tell me a little bit about how you found the guys to join your band.
Sure. The music that I play isn't one different style. I've been exposed to a lot of things. I'm a harmonica player that wasn't rooted in blues and folk and country. I always had an original way. A little bit about my history is there's a movement in the harmonica world, sort of the modern diatonic approach to harmonica, that got pioneered by Howard Levy from Flecktones. And I met him in 1990 and have been part of that core group of guys, about a half a dozen of us, that there's tens of thousands of people in the world that are doing it and trying to do it, and somewhere there's a lineage to one of us. So for me to find the right people to play with, it wasn't just to play that one song and be able to play those few chords. And I met Gary Mitchell originally, and he was out playing, in South Point Mall. That was a smart thing that he does. And I heard a guy that I was walking by with my wife, and I heard the way he played. He was just reading out of a book and playing pop songs. And I said, you hear the way that guy plays? He understands melody. He understands how to play musically on that instrument instead of just being rooted in one style. And we walked by him again an hour later, and he was singing. And if you've ever heard Gary sing, it's like, okay, that's pretty good. And then we walked by later on, and he was singing one of his songs, Little Things, which became the first song that he and I did, and I bet you it'll be the first single off of this record. And I introduced myself to him, and we started making music together.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
And the rest of the guys, it's as beautiful how we met each one of the other guys, too. I don't think you have that much time.
So, if you had to leave the viewers with a life lesson or something that they wanted to remember Paul Messenger by, what would you tell our viewing audience?
That's a good question. Honestly, it's funny, I've had this conversation with Howard Levy, and the answer we gave each other was the exact same answer. My only goal has ever been to just live an original life. You can call it whatever you want, you can call it artist, you can call it this, that, and the other thing. But to live a life that you have your own challenges, your own riddles, your own puzzles, and your own depths of understanding to challenge yourself with. And that's all I've ever done. And that's what I seek to challenge myself with. I think everybody should understand they have their own voice, they have their own purpose, and they should seek their own riddle and their own challenge.
That is a great lesson to leave our audience. Thank you so much, Paul, for being on the show. God bless you. And I look forward to hearing you play Jacob's Ladder.
We're excited. Thank you.
the time, and I remember the place, and I remember the touch of your hand on my face, and I remember the smell of your hair when we hugged, and I remember the smile on your face when you hugged me, and you did. Day you came into this world, and I remember your mama cried, "Paul, is it a boy or is it a girl?" I remember the game of catch that we played, and I remember the pain inside. that you live with on too many days. So Jacob, climb your ladder, run by run. There will be angels by your side to help on your way, son. You live life fully touched. People truly, God's diligence duly was done. And so, to honor your living memory, my darling child, your mama and I now set your soul free. The following words were somehow heard by his mom as she sat by his casket side. Oh, my adorable mom. Oh, I will hold your hand, put my arm under your shoulder, stand on the bottom step so you can hug me, and lay your head on my shoulder. Don't you know I loved everything about you, Mom. But you already know, don't you? Don't mourn too long. You know I wouldn't want that. Have joy with those that love you. Create more joy. You're always best at that, Mom. And my leaving now is the perfect time. And I know you know that's because I was born the son of an angel. My mom. So won't you climb your ladder? There will be angels by your side to help on your way, son. You live life full, touched, people truly God's diligence truly was done. And so, in order to honor your living memory, my darling child, your mama and I now set your soul free. And so, in order to honor your living memory, my darling child, your mama and I now set your soul free. And so, honor your living legacy, my darling son, your mama and I now set your soul free. Thank you.
Danielle, and we just heard Climb Jacob's Ladder perform Jacob's Ladder. Danielle, can you tell me how you felt after you heard that piece?
I was just really humbled and moved by Paul's story and by the level of vulnerability and honesty that he showed in that song. It's just such a personal thing to put yourself out there like that, and you know, just to go to that level of pain and create something beautiful that helps transform the pain. It's just really touching on me.
Thank you, Danielle.
You're welcome.
Now we have the other member of Climbing Jacob's Ladder, Gary Mitchell. Thank you for being on the show.
It's a pleasure. Good morning.
Good morning. So are you excited about today's performance?
I'm very excited. It's always great to play. It's always great to be with the other guys in the band and just make music and have a good time. So thank you for having us over.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Tell me about Gary Mitchell, the musician, the artist.
Gary Mitchell, the musician and the artist. Well, I was born in a small... I'm kidding. That's not very interesting. Grew up mostly in North Carolina. Been playing music my whole life. Started with piano. Picked up drums in middle school. Picked up guitar in college. Picked up bass somewhere in there. I've actually learned a lot about harmonica from playing with Paul Messenger here in this band. And I write music, and that's still surprising to me. I never thought I could be a songwriter, but it's something that I feel like I've been called to do. It's something that the Lord has placed in my life and in my heart, and you know, if He does that, you got to follow it. So
oh, absolutely.
Here we are.
Yeah, definitely. If you feel that that's your life calling, that's your purpose, then by all means, you need to be following that road. What are your music goals for this year?
My music goals for this year. I play music professionally, and I'm actually one of the only musicians that I know that doesn't have like a day job doing something else. I don't have a computer job or just play music on the side. Like, all of my income comes from doing music in one way or the other. So one of my goals this year is to try to just sort of increase my income by playing a lot more weddings and private parties and things like that. And so I've actually got a really important show next weekend, because today is the 9th, I think. So next Sunday I'm playing at a big bridal show in Raleigh, where there'll be, you know, 600 or 700 brides and wedding planners and people coming through. So I'm going to be playing music at that, and I'm looking forward to being able to network with them, get business cards out, and hopefully that will lead to some more steady work doing weddings and you know, corporate events and things like that. So that's definitely a major goal, is just try to increase my income. The other one is I'd like to do a new solo album this year. It's been about 3 years since the last one, and I've got a lot of music that wants to come out. So after I get on the other side of the bridal show, that'll be the next thing I start working at.
Sounds wonderful. Now, you're going to be performing one of the pieces that you wrote called Making It.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the lyrics to that song,
Okay.
what you were thinking, what you were feeling when you composed it.
Making It is a song about being broke. And when I wrote it, I was thinking how much of a drag it is to be broke. But I tried to write it, you know, I always try to do something positive with my music. I always try to say something that actually means something to someone. I feel like a lot of popular music in particular is just really shallow. It's about going to a party or hooking up or whatever. So I want to promote positive energy through my music. So it is a song about frustration. It is a song about, you know, trying to scrape out a living and trying to pay bills and all that stuff. But I still tried to write it kind of upbeat and sort of encouraging, because I want to, you know, I don't believe in kind of dumping on stuff in life. So hopefully people will relate to it, but it'll also kind of encourage them to keep trying and not to give up.
Now, you said that you're a professional musician.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of people out here who are aspiring to be professional musicians.
Mm-hmm.
What type of advice would you give for the young folks who want to achieve what you have achieved?
Number one, learn all you can. Learn everything you can about what you do and be the very best at it that you can be. There's always room to grow, there's always room to improve, and so whatever it is that you do or play or sing, you've got to be really, really good at it for anybody to take you seriously. So practice, train, study, learn, get educated, be the best you can be. Number two, I would say you've got to meet people. You have to know people, and you have to let them know you.
When I first started playing in the area when I got out of college, I used to go out at night and just go to open mics and shows and just meet everybody I could, because they have to know you, so that if they need you for something, they can reach you, they can call. So network, meet people, get out there and show your face. And then number 3, don't give up. It's very discouraging sometimes, it's very hard sometimes, and it's easy to get down and to get discouraged. So do whatever you need to do to stay encouraged, to encourage yourself. Surround yourself with people that are encouraging and can help you grow, and just keep moving forward.
Absolutely. Well, you've encouraged someone today, and thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate you. Look forward to capturing and making it later on today while you perform.
Thank you, Dilson. It's a pleasure.
Can we get a little clap or something? You guys find that 2 and 4 for us? There we go. You know I'm late for work again. When does this ever end? So much to do in so little time. I'm just trying to get through, but no matter what I do, it seems like I'm always running behind. And after a while it gets hard just to care. You try and don't get anywhere, but I keep running round and I just can't slow down. It won't stop and I don't think I can take it. So I'm low, reaching high, brings me down, don't know why, going crazy, just trying to make it. Pick it up, pick it up. So many ways I'm living in this craze. You know I can't believe it's Monday again. Time is flying by and it's draining out my life. I'm running out of ways to bend. But after a while it gets hard just to care. When you try and don't get anywhere. Oh, I keep running round and I just can't slow down. It won't stop and I don't think I can take it. Oh, so I'm low, reaching high, brings me down, don't know why, going crazy, just trying to make it. To the bridge, boys. Do that clap thing again, come on. Is anyone out there really making it? Come on. Is anyone out there really making it? Hey, hey, is anyone out there really making it? Making it. Is anyone out there really making it? Hey, I say, is anyone out there really making it? Is anyone out there really making it? Hey, hey, is anyone out there really making it? Is anyone out there really making it? Take it down. And after a while, it gets hard just to care. 'Cause we try, oh we try, and don't get anywhere. Running round and I just can't slow down. It won't stop and I don't think I can take it. So I'm low, reaching high, brings me down, don't know why, going crazy, just trying to make it. Oh, I keep running round and I just can't slow down. I think I can take it. So I'm low, brings me down, going crazy, just trying to make it. Here we go. Is anyone out there really making it? Is anyone out there really making it? Hey, hey, is anyone out there really making it? Is anyone out there really making it? Thank you.
Gary Mitchell, y'all.
I'm here with Bob, and we just heard Climb Jacob's Ladder perform Making It. Bob, what did you think about that song?
That song kind of made me feel a sense of solidarity with everybody that has hard times, and it also helped me to understand the futility of it all, because it really doesn't matter. You really can't. You can only do what you can do. So I kind of had it was an interesting thread of feeling like, yeah, you're right, I'm with you, I'm there too, and then also, what's the point? So it was a very nice balance, a nice message.
Thank you, Bob. Now we will see Climb Jacob's Ladder perform Do What You Do.
What you go for? 'Cause after all, it's just a song. Oh, yeah. Don't believe everything you hear. That's reality. Got a lot to fear. Do you ever wonder? Do you ever doubt it? What are you listening to? You need to think. I wanna think about it. Sugar,